Hello everybody. I'm introducing a small application that I've written. Started about 5-6 weeks ago, and it's from scratch in wak5. And it's a little basically CRM demo. I'd like to introduce it to you, give you a little run through of it. It's just to let you know, it's up on my GitHub account, github.com, David Robbins, wak5-CRM, and you can download it. I'm in Studio build 5.138, and basically, here's the application. Some of the basic data classes you would need for a CRM. Obviously, I'm going to continue this app, and it will look for commits very often. My plan is to use this as a basis for the section 4 of our training, so that a student could see something a little more finished. It makes heavy use of components, and basically what I have done now is a lot of navigation things, basically a lot of client-side stuff, and I have a few permissions and different things set on the server. I've used the data model API, and there are a few significant server methods for doing some things. Anyway, let's take a look at project a little bit. Here's a splash screen, and I've put a few hints here. If you download it, you can log in with these username and passwords. Manager can see everything, all the entities created. The employees can only see their own. So I'm going to log in as Greg. And we switch to our main view. Got a menu bar here. This is not a Wakanda menu bar. This is something I wrote to show students a little more advanced JavaScript. Functions basically the same way. We can navigate from leads to contacts to accounts. Some sections are not implemented yet. Let's go back to leads. This is list view. We can drill down, making use of the accordion to add a little bit more detail to our detailed view. So for instance, this section here, we can add a note. And save it. Add another one. So this section here is just using Data Provider API. I'm going to show that in the and basically templating. This is native Wakanda. You can drill down, add an activity. I'm going to add some more fields here. I'm not done with this. Basically, just getting the skeleton of everything going. So that's a detailed view. You can add a new one if you'd like to. Some other things we can do here, and we can navigate around. The basic way is on the menu bar and then drilling down. And as you see, as we drill down, we're adding things to our recent item, which is a common navigation technique in CRMs that I've looked at. And we can use that. We can just navigate straight from detail view to detail view for anything that we've seen recently. So that's been implemented. I'm going to show the students how we did that. And another thing, got working on this, I can take a lead, Dave Batten from Datacraft. As you can see, I have no contact Dave Batten, and I have no account Datacraft. So we go here, and we can convert this lead into an equivalent account and contact. Now this makes use of a class method, and it does a lot. It's going to go create this lead into a stub. It's going to create a new contact for Dave Batten, a new account for Datacraft. It's going to update our recent items. It's going to send a message back to tell our UI side to navigate around. And so when we hit convert, you'll notice this lead will change to a contact. We'll navigate to contacts, into our new contact, and our bam. So there you go. And if we look, our account, Datacraft, was created for us. We go back to contacts, and I don't know if we had any notes. We did, and the notes come, and our activities come with us. So those were reattached to the new contact. If we go back to leads, Dave Batten is no longer here. We can find it under converted leads, and if we double click, you can see this. You cannot access this lead. So it's got some pretty sophisticated navigation techniques. I'll show you a few more things. We can log in as Tom, who's a manager. And he can see both me and Greg's leads and all of our contacts and accounts. He could go and take Ed Norton, one of Greg's leads, change the owner. In fact, he could change both of these if he wanted to, and he could assign them to himself. So now Tom Miller is the owner of Ed Norton and Donny Osmond. If we log out, log in as Greg again, and we can see Ed Norton is no longer there. So there's obviously a lot more to do, but I'm going to continue working on this. One thing, it's possible sometimes if you're working in the program in the accordion, there you go, that was nice. If it starts to act funny, there's a bug, and if you see this error, and if I navigated in here and I could see that this is basically part of the accordion. Well, trust me on that. I'm going to report this to Ricardo, just refresh, and should be fine again. We have to track that bug down, and now the accordion's working fine. And that's the only problem I've had. Basically everything seems to be working well, so I'll continue to work on it. I'm going to work with Ricardo and the engineering team, try to see if we can track down that accordion bug. But this application is going to continue, and the next thing I'm going to do over the next 3 or 4 weeks, I'm going to put a folder inside the web folder called training and cover the section 4 training topics basically in this project. And so what our students will get is not only a short training videos and projects, but also a more finished application that they can look at. So anyway, this is David Robbins from San Jose office, bidding you a farewell.